Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. My name is Carly Spina. I'm so excited to hang out with y'all tonight. January is still going on, you guys. That's okay. That's okay. Grab whatever you need to get comfortable this Wednesday evening, and I will be back in about 30 seconds. All right. Hi, everybody. This is like the longest month ever, isn't it? And I had a friend, my friend Alex was laughing at me because I was like, how is it still January? Because it's only the 24th, but there's still so much January left to be had. And he's like, hang on, Carly, don't rush January. Some of us have birthdays. I was like, all right, fair enough. But I don't know, like January is very, very long, but February is coming, followed by March. Spring is on the horizon. I don't know about y'all, but I keep seeing like all the retailers posting like their spring lines with their colors. And I'm like, all right, we're almost there. Maybe. But yes, I struggle every winter. I do, but that's all right. I am trying my best. I've got some foster puppies at my house in addition to my Great Dane and my Shih Tzu. So I'm using a lot of like animal therapy. I'm using a lot of color therapy. I just got this book. My friend just published. It's fantastic. It's called Life in Bloom. And it's like an adult coloring book, but there's a lot of just like beautiful words and like images. And I need that therapy this winter. So anyway, I am excited to hang out with y'all tonight to talk about books. But before I do that, I have a few quick announcements. Number one is that the IRC job fair is coming up, and registration's already open. It is going to be on March 9th. So you see the little thing scrolling on the bottom here. So to register as like an employer, like if you're a district and you're wanting to bring folks, that registration is up on the website. And then as a job seeker, if you are in a district and you're looking to make a jump, or if you like whatever it might be, there will be a lot of different districts there looking and they're posting their upcoming jobs for next school year and all of those things. So if you are in that situation, I would definitely encourage you to check out the job fair because you'll have a whole lot of folks in one spot. Makes it nice and easy for you. So that's happening. So that is one big announcement. The other announcement, of course, is our incredible family BPAC and family information series with my colleague Adelicia. That is just fantastic. There are sessions that are all virtual. They're all free. They're offered in English and Spanish. They're offered at different times during the day. So daytime, afternoon, evening. Definitely check that out. All the information is on our website. And then I'm so excited to share this one because my colleague, Michelle, and I are getting together. We're teaming up and we have a kind of cool, exciting full day learning experience happening at the IRC at the end of next month. So registration is now open. Pretty soon, Michelle and I will be together hanging out on here to talk about like all of the things. But it is going to be a session centered on serving and supporting students who have been classified as like long-term English learners. So much to unpack and discover and explore and play with and plan for. So if you are interested, you can sign up as an individual. You can bring a few teammates, but I will tell you, space is limited. It's a full day event, end of February. Would love to hang out with you for the day. Michelle is just so much fun, y'all. Like she is just one of those people that makes you feel happy and joyful. Like anytime you see her face or you hear her voice. So, and I learned so much from her. Like truly. I'm so lucky to be her colleague. So if you are interested in hanging out with Michelle and I for a day, you can check that out. It is free too. Like, we can just hang out, you guys, and get our learn on and do all the fun things. So I'm excited about all of these things happening. So again, more information is on our website. But for tonight's topic, I want to talk to y'all about books. I think all of us as educators and folks in the education space, like, we're all just so in love with books. I think a lot of us are just constantly reading for fun, but we're also always looking for books to enhance our own classroom libraries and just like our own awareness. Because I don't know about y'all, but like, I'll go online and like, someone will post a book. I'm like, I've never even heard that book, but I know I need it. So I'm totally one of those people. I think that's another like thing that I do that helps get me through winter time and like just those seasons where I'm not really feeling super creative. I go to the dollar store or I go to the bookstore or the library, and I just sit on the floor with a stack and read. And it gives me ideas, or it helps me think about things that are coming up in the school year where I can make a connection to a great book that offers windows, mirrors, and sliding glass doors, right? All of those wonderful things. But I wanted to talk about this for two reasons. Number one, I got a fresh stack of books I want to share with y'all because I was out shopping some sales. And then number two is because just this week, they were announcing like all of these different award winners for books. So unfortunately, I don't have a lot of those. So maybe I'll have another episode of Wind Down Wednesday where I order some more books. Oh, my office is just like do. But that's a good thing, right? Yeah. Anyway, and then I love bringing like children's books when I go and speak in districts and at different events and stuff. I can't bring a whole like boatload every single time, but I always try to bring at least a few, because I think sometimes as teachers, like we always have like a wish list that's a mile long of books. But when you have the chance to sit down and read it and see it before you get it, I think that sometimes that's helpful. But a few really cool things. So I had to write them down because I feel like I forget stuff easier and easier now. My kids would say, Mom, it's just because you're getting old. But I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or if it's just me. So the American Library Association Youth Media Awards. That's happening, right? They were just announcing all these different winners, like the 2024 Pura Belpre award winners have been announced. I just saw my colleague Vanessa post about that earlier, like on Monday. And there's a lot of different social media accounts that I follow, like either on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, that like kind of curate different listings of books. In fact, if you're watching this and you have one like account that we all should know about and follow, put it in the comments so we can all get connected to those different groups. But I will tell you, the one that I follow on Facebook, where I get just so many beautiful lists, like, not the lists are beautiful, but the books are just extraordinary, and it's helping kids rise on Facebook. So that is one I would definitely encourage you to follow, just because like they talk about like upcoming releases, and then they show you like cover reveals from different authors, and they talk about like different components of new books that are coming out, and like the age and the audience and stuff like that. So that's one account that I really, really do like. But again, please list your favorites here in the comments so that all of us can just go in and follow them too, because that's really helpful. So within the week of all of these announcements, all of these award winners, and even like just the nominees too, like those are good for us to know about. I feel like there's always a part of the school year in the spring where they're like, oh, we have this much money, we have to spend it. If like we got to use it or lose it. And books, I think, are just always great. So that's always like one of my tips too for teachers, is just always keep like a running list of the books that you want to enhance your classroom library. So that way, when somebody says like, hey, this grant just came in, or hey, we have to use this money, or hey, the PTA is going to buy this whatever, you are like, you're good to go. That way you're not scrambling at the last minute. You know what I mean? So those awards are like announced. So we can just Google that and find all the winners and stuff like that. But I will also say, another reason why we all need to be like in the thick of all these wonderful books is there's two kind of upcoming events here. So the first one is Read Across America Week. And that has been like organized right through the NEA, the National Education Association. So that's like the like teachers union, right? So that week is going to be March 2nd through 6th. Now, I know a few years ago, like there was a lot of talk about like a lot of schools were doing like Dr. Seuss themed things. And then over the years, people have said, well, you know, why don't we take this week as an opportunity to amplify voices from our communities who have been marginalized or who have been historically oppressed, right? So we want to amplify those voices and hear, right, their work, see their work and celebrate their work. And so I am always on the hunt to like learn more, like different authors and different experiences, and, you know, books just open doors to all of us. So Read Across America Week has kind of been like, there's been an effort to revamp, right, that week and look at how we're amplifying all voices and not just, you know, centering maybe one experience. And then also, so that's March 2nd through 6th. Okay. We also have El Día. So it's El Día de los Niños, El Día de los Libros. So it's Children's Day / Book Day, and that is April 30th. If you go on, and I wish I should have found it. I'll try to find it and link it in the comments. But if you do like a quick Google search, it should come up like Day of the Children, Day of the Books, April 30th. There is a website where you can go and like, if you talk to your public library, I think you could probably do your school library too, and have an event, like host an event to celebrate Children's Day / Book Day in your space. Like it'll be posted on like a registry, and so we can see kind of like all the wonderful places that are celebrating Children's Day, Book Day. And I remember when I was teaching 3rd grade, we even found, and maybe it was on Pat Mora's website. I'll look that one up too. But there was like a song that went with it too. So my students and I, we all learned the song. There was like an audio that you could listen to, and we printed out the words. It was like, El Día de los Libros, El Día de los Niños, the day of the children and their books, or something like that. I still remember. I think that's how it goes. And there was like, Padam, 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 los libros. No, the children and their books. My kids would be like, oh my gosh, she's singing on the internet. Yeah, well, we're teachers, we sing everywhere we go, right? So all that to say, a lot of great opportunities coming up to amplify voices and to kind of expand our own libraries, right? And also, on a related note, to kind of gear up for those different events, I am looking for Illinois authors who have published children's books, because I would like to invite them here on Wind Down Wednesday to talk about their work. So I'm really excited because I have a few authors already lined up, and I'm talking with a few others. But if you have a recommendation, please leave them, like tag them here in the comments. And if you are an author, if you published a children's book, especially one that all students need, like we need to hear different perspectives, different voices, different, my doggies are being naughty. I'm sorry. I don't know if you hear them barking, but I have 4 dogs in my house right now. That's a lot. That's a lot, even for me. But anyway, if you are an author, or if you know an author who is an Illinois author, let's get connected. Let's chat, because I would love to amplify your work and have you come on here and talk to us about your publication, your book, so that other folks in our network can learn about you and your work. And then potentially even like, you know how they do author visits, like bring you in. So I have a few new books. Just again, these are books that I found while out and about shopping, were ordered on Amazon, and I just wanted to share with you. So this one is here. It's called Around is a Tortilla, a book of shapes. And this one here is written by Roseanne Greenfield Thong and illustrated by John Parra. And I love him. I know I have a lot of his books that have been illustrated by him. But this is really cool because it's got, again, illustrations are gorgeous. But I like it because, like, even if you're not like a younger grades teacher, like it's just a beautiful book. Round as a tortilla. So you can incorporate, right? You're not just incorporating shapes, you're incorporating like figurative language. So this is beautiful. I loved it. I enjoyed it a whole lot. This one is called Something Someday by Amanda Gorman and Christian Robinson. I was excited because I found this one on sale, and this one has been on my list for a really long time. And I love the inside caption here right away says, "You're told that this won't work, but how will you know if you never try?" It's really good. It's really good. I would really recommend this one. This is good. So Something Someday. All right, another one we got. So I will say this is a very beautiful book. This one is called A Day with No Words. And I will tell you, after I purchased this one, it popped up on my feed, and I can't remember what account posted it, but there was like a teacher's guide with like activities, like follow-up activities. But this was really cool. So it says, join Aiden, an expressive, sensitive, and curious little boy, for a day with no words with his mama. In the story, Aiden shares with readers how he communicates without verbal speech and shows that words can be spoken in many unique and wonderful ways worthy of celebration. I was like, yes. So I love this. I absolutely love this. The illustrations are just phenomenal. But what a powerful book for all of us, any age, any grade level. I love this, but look at this. So the mom says in this page, "My son does not speak, but his ears work just fine. The words that you say go straight to his mind." You're going to love this book. You need this book. A Day with No Words. So good. So good. Okay, this one here is another one that's newer to me. This is called Becoming Vanessa by Vanessa Brantley Newton. And then she's got a few other books as well, Just Like Me and Grandma's Purse. But this is just beautiful. So it's her first day of school. She wears her fanciest outfits. Her classmates will be able to notice her right away. And then later she says to her mom, like, "I just want to blend in." And so it's this beautiful story about embracing who you are, right? And just like celebrating you and all of your fabulousness, right? So I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. So that one, definitely recommend Becoming Vanessa. Okay. This one, I will tell you, I have not read this one all the way through yet, so I'm excited to. But this is the true story of the grandmother of Juneteenth. It says Opal Lee and What It Means to Be Free. The words are by Alice Faye Duncan. And the art is by Katura A. Bobo, New York Times bestselling illustrator. Okay. And so on the back, there's a little bit of information here. It says the grandmother of Juneteenth, Opal Lee, spent decades urging all people to recognize Juneteenth, a holiday celebrating when news of Black freedom from slavery came to Texas. Discover Opal Lee's moving story and learn about this important historic event and the holiday's full message: freedom is for everyone. So I'm excited to get into this one, but I was really, really excited to grab that. So that is Opal Lee. This is another one I have not read all the way through yet. This one is called Something Happened in Our Town, a child's story about racial injustice. So this one was written by Marianne Celano, Marietta Collins, and Ann Hazard, illustrated by Jennifer Zivoyne. I don't know. I hope I pronounced them correctly. But this was a New York Times bestseller. It was a #1 IndieBound bestseller. And then it does talk about some difficult themes. But again, it doesn't mean like, we should avoid it altogether. But I think there's a lot of opportunity for discussion. I think there's a lot of opportunity for dialogue and asking questions. This would also be really great. I love talking about picture books for older students, like secondary. This could be something that you explore as a teacher, just to hear multiple perspectives. This is a great one to pick up and learn from. Okay, this one, I love this author. Duncan Tonatiuh is one of my favorite children's books. Children's books, you know what I'm trying to say? Children's book authors. Got it. Game of Freedom, Mestre Bimba and the Art of, oh gosh, I don't even want to say this word because I know I'm going to mess it up. Let me put it here. Here, it says it right here. I will learn to say this word. But take a look. So all of his illustrations are just done so beautifully. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I love, so at the back of all of his books, he has a glossary. Okay. With pronunciations, he's got author's notes. So like a lot of his work is like historical. And so there's like opportunities for us as teachers to kind of dig deeper and take it a few different steps further for ongoing learning. But isn't this incredible? There's endnotes here, a bibliography. So if you wanted to kind of go deeper, but definitely any of his books are just fantastic. And I have one more of his, but again, new to me. I don't think it's new. Let's see. When is the publication date on this one? I don't even see. Yeah, I don't see. But I love all of his books. So this one is called A Land of Books. We've got an award here, Pura Bepre Honor Book. And again, I'm not sure what year. Maybe it's recent. I'm not sure. Anyway, Dreams of Young Mexica Word Painters. So check it out. Making a full mess in here, you guys. This one is new to me. This one is called We're Going to the Guelaguetza. Vamos a la Guelaguetza. And I love this one because I haven't seen a whole lot of books about this. Have you? I was really excited about this. So this is really cool because it kind of walks through what the Guelaguetza is. And I love it because the illustrations are also just like, like so good, so beautiful. But it talks about like the whole sensory experience, like the things you're going to see, the things you're going to taste, the things you're going to hear. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I love it because illustrations are great. There's also like a section in the back that says like discover more. It's also a book written in English and in Spanish. So I love that. So this is great. This is wonderful. Very excited about that one. I think I've shared this one before, and I just love it because of the colors. The illustrations are just so beautiful. It's called Have You Ever Seen a Flower? And then, yeah, it's just like a good, like, sensory detail book. But all of these illustrations, you guys, are just gorgeous. I wanted to see, like, okay. So you see the little girl? I was like, I want her hair. I want her hair. I'm always in like bright colors, but I want my hair to look like that with all these different colors. Maybe one day I will do that. And then the last one I wanted to share with you guys today is Nami's new friend. This is absolutely beautiful. If you teach elementary or even secondary, I think there's still a lot of value in this, but it like kind of walks through your first day of school if you are a newcomer student. Oh, it's so good. I know a lot of us have newcomer students. So this is a great book to share with staff members as well, because it's kind of like it's the empathy piece. But this is great to read with classes, like with your students before a newcomer arrives, so that we can kind of, again, start to begin like conversations about compassion and empathy and actions that we can take to be welcoming and supportive and like strike up a friendship, even if we don't share a language. So definitely beautiful book. Recommend this one. The illustrations are also very beautiful. So definitely check this out. Okay, I think that's my whole stack. I'm sure as soon as I like close out for the night, I'll be like, oh wait, I forgot to mention these books. My office has been a nightmare, you guys. I like truly, it's been a nightmare. I really need to like sit down and go through and put things on shelves, because it's just stacks of books and like piles of materials that I use for workshops. You know, those like we always say, like at the beginning of the year, we're like, oh, I'm going to be more organized. I'm going to be, I'm not quite there yet. Maybe I will get there soon. I keep saying to myself, like, straighten out the office, girl. It hasn't happened yet. So send me good vibes. Maybe I'll try to get that done. This weekend, I'm going to Ohio for a speaking engagement with my colleague from New Jersey. So I'm very excited for that. But so I can't clean my office this weekend. So it'll happen when it happens. Also, don't forget, IdeaCon is coming up. That is in person, I think, in Schaumburg. And then ITB is also coming up. Lots of really great professional learning opportunities. And then, of course, don't forget to register to hang out with me and Michelle at the end of February. Registration is open for that. It is free. And so much happening at the IRC as always. So thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you're staying warm. I hope you're staying safe and cozy. And I hope testing season is being good to you so far. Yeah, I see you. I hear you. I'm with you. I'm sending you a hug. But everyone have a great rest of your